think you got hired within the bunch, but you actually getting fired among the bunches. What is going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel. This is Hire a Bunch of Fire Bunches. My name is Rob, and I'm back here to help you guys with more questions from your job application, job interview, and what? Job offer. Okay, so we had a really great time. I guess for most of you guys, really great time during the latest Olympic Games, and of course, we as Hire a Bunch of Fire Bunches followers and fellowships, we also had a great time. So make sure you guys go back to check my previous episode in regards of the what's going on in the Olympic Game, in regards of the job interview questions and answers. Hopefully that will help you. So today's episode, I'm going still talking about the sports. We have recently some good news from the British or the UK soccer club. The name is Tottenham. I'm always got it wrong. Tottenham Hotspur, right? And this is right, so it actually came from their superstar, Sonny Son, or Son Heung-min. He had recently a couple of interview which we can study about it, and also we got surprise guesting interview with the special guest as well. So I'm gonna tell you that later. Stay tuned. Okay, so first of all, I guess some of you doesn't know who that is, right? So we're gonna go to, all right, Mr. Son, or everybody call him Sonny, but his real name is Son Heung-min, right? Son Heung-min. He has really, I think really, persistent, or, I would say, yeah, he had really persistent CV or resume here, because he started really young when he was just playing soccer back in South Korea, where he came from, and then he had a chance to go to Germany, and then he stayed there for a couple years before he went to UK, something like that. So I think his resume kind of resemble the other sports star. I would call her star, but the two young ladies in my other episode from a previous one, right, where when I was talking about the interview analysis for the Caitlin Clark and also another WNBA superstar, Cameron Brink. So guys, hey guys, make sure you check that as well to see how different in WNBA when players doing interview question answer, and this one in UK Premier League, I guess that's what it is, Premier League. So all right, so long for sure, we'll go back. Let's go back to one of his interview, which was, I think was just happened like a couple days ago. We'll see. Let's see. This is from 7 days ago. Okay. This is, I think this is one of the UK stations. So I have one of his questions. He's talking about a challenge and how important that challenge is. So let's get that.
From Asia, where you are like at superstar levels, the crowds there mobbing you. You appeared with
this one.
Gives me so much support. Last season, Spurs' start was hotter than the Deadpool franchise. Undefeated, first 10 games. Back half of the season, more challenge-filled. I think just 4 wins in the last 10. So what's the most important lesson you took from that experience that you'll take with you into this year?
All right, so his last season really challenging. So the interviewer asking what you can take, what's the takeaways, what you learn, what you can use from your last season or your last employment, last project you can use for this season or for this career.
I mean, we still have a quite young team, and it was also a bit unlucky that we got a lot of injury, and especially when you're with a young team, when you have a good vibes and when you have good rhythm, is flying without the scary, you're just everything is going all right. But when things are not going not well, and then everybody doubts it. So I think this was a very, very good lesson for us, for last season. And this season I think we can't make the same mistakes. And especially last year, there were some players was first season in the Premier League and they had to adapt it. So, I mean, second year mentally, I think you have to be more ready and you have to show that you're learning something. You have to show that you're improving something. From me. So it will be very, very important going to the next season.
Last season was also your first.
Great. Okay, so great. So he was talking about how they have difficulties and how they conquer the difficulty or countermeasure mostly the young people, right? But they're still doing teamwork, and he gives some example how they cooperate with the young teammates and how they get the goals eventually. So that's great. And I would like to remind you guys of one of my previous episodes where I was talking about, hey, give me an example, give me something, right, to prove that you can actually work under the pressure or under the stress. So make sure you guys check that episode right here for the similar question and answer. Okay, so here we go. The second question came from this young lady. I think she's from some continental European TV station. I'm not familiar with, but yeah, she got a little different accent. And this was back in 2 years ago when Sonny was at his recent peak and something like that. So let's get it down. The first question is what I want to introduce you guys.
Sonny, great to talk to you. Happy new season. Today we're going to talk a little bit about your influences in your life, in your career. So I want to start with who were your biggest influences on the decision of becoming a footballer?
Who is your role model? Who is your influences on your career like this one, or decision making for this job or whatever? So basically the role model question. Okay, here we go.
Yeah, it has to be my dad, ex-player, and he was my teacher, he was my football friend, still football friends.
Do you talk to him after matches? Does he give you pointers? Is he a little bit like...
Not really.
No?
Now I think he also respect my age. Also, he understand my experience in a professional level. So, but when I was still 18, 20, I was getting hammered. So I was like, wow, that's tough. But I think nowadays, I think he understands me more. So I'm doing what I feel, but also sometimes when I have to ask him, I'm always open to ask him. So we're always having football conversation, which is always fun.
Who was your biggest?
All right, great. Okay, so he was talking about his father and his influences. I mean, the father's influences, as well as how he got grit, educated, learning from the communication with his dad, even later on in life, right? Okay, well, we have a really great interview right here with, of course, same with Sonny, but this one, man, I gotta tell you, the one and the only. And I think it's a lot of UK fans, especially entertainment, sports industry, they're crazy about it.
My brother and I...
Oops. I gotta spoil it, right? I gotta spoil it. Okay, so you guys already hear the voice, right? Tom Holland, the one and the only Spiderman. This was back in 2 years ago. Yeah, when he was trying to promote the movie No Way Home with Doctor Strange. And yeah, he did this little interview with Sonny, and I thank you. And if you guys remember, we do have oh, I'll tell you later. So in this interview, he also asked the same question, the role model stuff, and Sonny gave it a little different details, but it's the same answer, but in detail wise, it's a little bit different. Okay, so here we go.
But how did you get into football? When did it go from like being a hobby to suddenly thinking that you're like, I could be, one of the best players in the world?
First of all, I'm not. I try to be best footballer.
He's trying to be modest.
Certainly, my dad was football player.
He's trying to be modest.
When I was a kid, I follow him lots of times. He was coaching after retired when I was a kid.
Correct.
So I follow him to the pitch. I watch the football. So you start enjoying. You start enjoying. This was like a hobby, but suddenly like 9 years old, I thought like,
this is what you want to do.
yeah, this is.
Yep.
Without this, probably I'm not living with my happiness, you know.
Yeah. Wow.
And
So
then
practice.
I went to my dad. I said,
Follow the interest.
I want to be footballer.
Sure.
Great.
This
Great.
is only one option. I want to be footballer.
Amazing.
And he said, yeah, it's gonna be really tough. You wanna do it? That's why only he asked one question. He said, it's gonna be really tough. You wanna do it? I said, yeah.
And do you like the hard work? I mean, you must be so fit, and they must put you through hell.
Yeah.
All right, we can do that. Okay. So he was talking about into details how he actually get into this career, or from hobby to career, when he was young, right? And of course, it's definitely his father, as he said in the other interview. So this would actually give you some hint, right, to you guys, if you have to prepare this question about your role model stuff. You can start with your father and how he actually influenced on your career. So just a reminder, I did actually do another interview with Tom Holland, where he's another role in a different movie that was inspired by a video game. So go ahead and check this one. Go ahead and check it. It was like 2 years ago as well. So wow, he's really productive for any movies. But anyway, so did you guys get that from Sonny, from other interviewer with him, and also Tom Holland? I hope you guys did get the interview question and answer. Hopefully it inspire you guys something to prepare for your next job interview. But if you did not, give me a call below with your comments. Not really call. And if you like the video, like, subscribe, and share. And I'll make sure I see you when I see you for the next episode. Peace out.